This is my new homemade solar oven, and check this out. 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. Got a water pot in there, and it's boiling. Let me move over here. Let's see more clearly. Let me zoom in there. Quite bright out here, but you can see the bubbles, and the water vapor is forming on the top of the pot. Got a glass top on the top, and its water is boiling in there. So today I'm going to show you how I make this homemade super hot solar oven. Well, so let me show you how I built the top part of the solar oven. That is the reflector part that's on the top of the solar oven. So I use this laminated pressed wood. I think it's only about 2 millimeter thick. In the hardware store, they sell it in bigger pieces, usually around 4 feet by 8 feet, and they cut them in smaller sizes. This one here is 24 inch by 18 inches. And then I only need 4 of these, and I cut the corner. And the corner is 4 inches by 8 inches. It's gonna look like this. Look like this. The reflector part that I use is the aluminum sheets. They sell this the same size as the laminated wood. I think 4 feet by 8 feet, and I also cut them in smaller sizes that match the size of a piece of wood. And then I'm gonna use double-sided tape. Tape this piece of aluminum on top of the piece of wood. This is not hard, it's not stiff, it's flexible. This piece of wood is stiff, so this will give structural support to the aluminum. And I'm gonna cut these 2 pieces the same size, like this shape here, this V shape, and then I'll double-sided tape the aluminum piece onto the piece of laminated wood here. And this is what it looks like after I tape the 2 pieces together. One side is aluminum, the other side just the pressed laminated wood. And I'm going to join them together by this side here. Let me show you the scale model I made. I made quite a few scale models. I have to put in the box because it's kind of windy today. So I use papers with squares so that I can accurately scale the model. And I came up with quite a few models, like that one there, this one here. All of them have a bottom square. See that? So this will allow me to sit the top part onto a box on the bottom, which is the oven. I wanted to make the oven box square box. Also this one here, it's a different design. Another design. So I finally decided to go with this one right here, which is what I already cut my material. So it's got a square bottom, and they are joined together by this side right here, and then I can fold them. I can fold this and then fold one more time. That way it'll be easier for me to transport them. So I've made 4 of these already, and then I already drilled the holes, and then I'm going to join together by some tie wrap. That's it, very simple. By the 3 holes here, and to drill the holes, because they're going to be joined together like this, okay, and then the tie wrap's going to go around. So this hole has to be aligned with this hole. If they don't align, it's going to be straight, because when you put it up like this, it's going to sit straight, okay. If they don't align, this may be higher than this or lower than this. So when you stand them up, they don't align, they don't stand up properly. They have to be perfectly aligned. So the way to drill the holes is to put the 2 pieces together like this. That way when you drill the hole, they all align together. And you have to only align the 2 adjacent panels, right? Because they are joined together. So I'll show you my scale model here. So it's gonna be like this, right? So this panel, this part here has to align with this. This has to align with this, okay? So only 2 panels at a time, at the same corner. On this panel here, you see there are holes. There are 5 holes, and I've originally planned to use rivets to join the aluminum and the wood together. But the problem with rivets is that when I put them in, on the other side, it will stick out about 2 or 3 millimeter, and that's not really good. And I want the panel, all of the panel, to be flat. So I changed my mind, and I removed the rivets, and I use double-sided tape instead. So I just have to use double-sided tape around the edges, just stick them all together, and they seem to hold up just fine. Here we go. I got everything tied together by zip ties. It takes me no time at all to set up the solar oven this way. And when I'm done, just fold it back together. And off I go. Takes me no time at all to clean up afterwards. Right, so here is the bottom part of the solar oven that I made. This is the actual oven itself, and it's just a box that I made, and there's an angle so that I can capture more sunlight, because the sun is always at an angle, so that way I can capture more sunlight in here. And the reflector is going to be on the top of this box. So this box is just made of 2x2 piece of wood. Here's the inside of the box, and the outside is just made of the same laminated wood board, very thin boards. It should be strong enough to support the box. You can see here. Right, so I've just put the insulation inside the box here, and this problem, it's quite smelly, and I think it's formaldehyde. This fiberglass got formaldehyde in it, and it's not good because I'm cooking food in it. So I went ahead and went to Home Depot and bought this. This is formaldehyde-free insulation. It's white, it looks clean, so it should be a lot better. So I'm gonna remove these and put the new one in. Alright, so I got my new fiberglass in, and it doesn't have any smell. No smell, and it looks great. Right, so I've finished installing the aluminum panel lining inside the solar oven. That's what it looks like. Insulated by fiberglass inside this wall. So next I got a piece of wood here from a bed, salvage from a bed, and I'm gonna cut it and build a frame on the top here to support the reflector on the top. I've been installing this top here and I'm almost done. This is my last piece. Alright, so let me show you how I set up and use a solar oven. So I use a very big pot, and it's black so it absorbs the sunlight. This is the iron core ceramic pot, and it goes inside the oven. It's pretty big so that it will contain my cooking pot, and this is my smaller pot. This is for cooking. This is also a ceramic iron core pot. Still got the rice in here I cooked earlier by this solar oven. So I put my cooking pot. Also has a dark blue color here to absorb the sunlight more efficiently. Clear lid so the sun can penetrate through, and also to absorb the heat. So I put it in here inside the big pot. Alright, so it looks like this. Okay. They have a piece of glass and cover everything, including the big pot. So this piece of glass will seal everything in here. Everything here in here is sealed. So this piece of glass covers the entire thing. That way all the heat is going to be contained inside the big pot. Then I have another piece of glass. Goes on top here, and this will cover the entire top. Not this part, but just down here. And then to further insulate the oven, we got some more scrap glass. So I'm just, put it on top here, like so, to further insulate the top, like that. Next is my reflector on the top here, and to keep the reflector in place and not move around, especially in windy areas, I made these blocks of wood cut at an angle with Velcro, and you see these Velcro on here, and this will go on top here like so. This will go on here like so. Turn the oven so you can see. See that? So it's at an angle. So when I put my reflector on, it will rest on the piece of wood and will be secure in place. Also, I made some more and then put on the top and on the side. Okay, I could have made one right here, but I've tried it and 3 sides is good enough, so I'm too lazy to make another one. But you know, I can make another one here and make it really secure. So next I got my reflector here, all folded up nice and neat. So all I have to do is to open it up. And on here like that. That's it. Let me zoom out so you can see clearly. So these 2 pieces of wooden block will hold everything in place and stop the top part from sliding down. And the other 2 pieces of blocks will be retaining the other 2 sides on the other sides, and it will make the reflector very secure and doesn't blown away in a high wind. So here's a close-up. This one here, this one right here, all secure bottom. So stop everything from sliding down. Here's the piece on this side, secure on that side, and over here on this side, that piece will secure at the top. Let's see, hold pretty tight. And when I'm done and I want to clean it up, just remove these blocks, fold, and then see I have another Velcro on the top here of the reflector. It will stick on this right here and will stay, won't move anywhere. And this will protect the glass down here, and everything inside is contained, so I can move it around and put it away. So it takes me basically no time at all to set it up, and when I'm done, when I want to clean it up, it also takes me no time at all to clean it up. This oven here is basically a 5-layer insulated oven. So the first layer is the wall of the oven itself, and this wall is insulated with fiberglass as you saw earlier. And the second layer is this piece of glass on top here. These 2 pieces of glass here. The reason why I have 2 is because these are just my spare. it happened to fit perfectly inside here, so like might as well and use it. More insulation, the better. And this is my third layer of insulation, which I will need to have this to pull out the glass. There we go. So this is the third layer. Put it over here, and the fourth layer is this piece of glass here. That completely cover the black part, in the big black part. Alright, fourth layer, and then the fifth layer is the part itself with the lid on the top. So basically there are 5 layers of insulation that keep all the heating. That's why when I cook it, it gets I can get up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, or that is 175 degrees Celsius. So that is pretty hot. Right, so let's cook some rice. Put it in here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I think we are done here. Current temperature is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 175 degrees Celsius. So let's get the rice out. There we go. Really nice. Nicely done. Yeah. Nicely done. Nice and soft. Cooking rice is one of the hardest things to cook. It requires really hot temperature. Usually boiling temperature, otherwise the rice won't cook. There you go. My next video I'm going to show you how I cook different things using this solar oven. Let me taste it. Tasty. It's nice and soft. Well done. Alright, until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.